Okay, hi, my name's Tony. I'm the VP of Sales for Runeraker. This is John. He's the CEO.
CEO and lead technical director for the project. Yeah.
Okay, so we're here to answer some questions that may arise, so please.
The localization is only at the beginning because the content of the whole game is so huge. We have about 600 quests in the starter regions, and the content of the new regions we can't show at the moment, but are still in the game, is so huge that we have to localize a lot of content. And we had a special games conversion version at the moment, but it's not proofread. We only want to show the people that we are still working on it, and it's only in English at the moment. But we will have, by the end of the year, a fully translated and localized version in English and German. So it's about half a year till 1 year to localize the whole game, and that's only the starter region. So we have to localize again every add-on we bring in this case of 3 till 4 months.
Well, the game originated. It's sort of off the wall idea from a bunch of guys. It's about 4 years ago, and we sat down and got together and said that we wanted to really build an ideal game for the gamers out there. Us being gamers ourselves, we all have expectations that we place on games. So we sat down one day and decided that we should, jump in and try to do something. And 4 years later, here we are. We have Runes of Magic, and hopefully, people find things that they like. And yep. All of our technology is developed in-house. So we started from the outset with the sole goal of achieving this whole seamless world, because we felt that it was really important to be able to bring the players into the game and fully immersed in the world. And we don't really want to see zone changes breaking that immersion. So we have a bunch of great guys working on the technical team, and they did a great job over the years, and that's what we have now.
Should I?
Yep.
So, of course, there will be a payment model for the game. It will be micropayment with kind of an item shop, but we're still doing some very large testing and balancing. Our goal is that we have a game a player can play for free and a player can play with an item shop, but both players have to play together. That's the point. So we don't want that the item shop guys are too strong or can go through the whole world within 1 day. We want that they play together, and that's the goal of the game. So we are doing a lot of balancing at the moment, but you really will see in the beta that we are not at the beginning. The closed beta we start at 28th of August, so next week, but it will be only phase 1 with an NDA. That's why what we really think is that the community is the most important target group, or not target group, persons in constructing an MMO, and really think they should give us feedback about our game. So maybe we think there's a feature which is very cool, but the community don't like it. So we'll cut it out of the game or change it, and that's why we will bring some guys into the game who are very deep in our community at the moment. Bring press in it, because the press is very experienced too. And after that, we will see what we have to change, in our opinion, and then we will start the closed beta phase 2 with a lot of more testers, and after this there will be an open beta. Yeah. By the end of the year, but what I have to tell you is that if we see that we have some things to correct or to do better, after we did the closed beta phase 1, we would like to launch next year, but within 3 months, because, hey, we want to give the community a complete game and not only something like a piece of a game and patch it and patch it and patch it and patch it. They shall play and have fun, and that's only possible if we think it's complete and if our beta testers think that is complete.
Right,
so
thanks.
maybe you will add something? No. Okay.
Okay, so for the guild versus guild battles, we have 2 different levels of these guild battles. The first one is the entry level, and we call those just battlefields. And it's essentially a ladder system where 2 guilds challenge each other, and they get thrown into a set number of maps with different sort of rules. So the first one we're doing is resource node capture, and basically the more capture nodes you have, the faster you deduct the opponent's points. And once their points get to 0, you win. And there's going to be a ladder system and a reputation system based on this, which will give players rewards. And the second tier of the system is based on a castle siege building system. Basically, when they're out of combat, the guilds have guild houses, and for these guild houses, they could actually make structural improvements to it. So, you have the standard things like guild banks, and you have things like buffing machines. So, you could buy buffing machines for your entire guild, and you could buy defensive mechanisms. And what these are used for is once you challenge a guild to a siege battle, the system will put these 2 guild houses into a siege map. And the goal, basically, is very simple. You want to infiltrate the opponent and get to the throne room and capture the throne. And there's also a related set of rewards for this, and we're still working on the details, but we'll make it very enticing for the players. They will be taking place in instance, because we expect that every guild to have a guild house. So we actually place guild houses in instanced zones. You're going to have neighbors, but you're not going to be able to see everybody, because obviously, per server there's going to be hundreds of guilds, and something that we can't find space to do. Of course, eventually we're thinking about having an actual physical castle that you could capture, but that's farther down the pipe. Yeah. So server battles is the other piece of the puzzle. We link up to 3 servers together into a giant battlefield, and we would have this one set of map with multiple zones and this territorial control. And so we expect players to go in and fight for control of these regions, because there are resources that only exist within these special zones, and you have to control the zone in order to mine these resource nodes. And certain ones of these zones would also bring additional bonuses like buffing and special items being sold at very special NPCs in your respective capital cities. Yeah. So we hope through this we can build a bit of rivalry among servers, and you get a bit of camaraderie going on the same server.